Yesterday in the House of Representatives, there was a hearing with current and former pharmaceutical executives about the exorbitant cost of medications here in the United States. And Representative Katie Porter gave I don't know if you'd call it questioning or if you'd call it testimony or if you just call it a flat out lesson in what happens to the price of these drugs and how it correlates to the bonuses received by the CEOs. Representative Porter was talking to former Celgene CEO Mark Alls, and this is what happened during that exchange. This was absolutely beautiful. Take a look.
Do you know what this number is? Does it ring any bells?
But I think you're referring to my compensation in some way.
Yeah, well, in some way. This was your compensation in 2017 for being CEO of Celgene, and that's a lot of money. It's 200 times the average American's income and 360 times what the average senior gets on Social Security. Now, of that 13 million, about 2.1 million came from your company hitting yearly earning targets. And more than half of the bonus formula was based on those targets. Any increase in the price of Revlimid would also increase your bonus by increasing earnings. Isn't that right, Mr. Ellis?
If revenues increased and expenses did not, then earnings would be enhanced.
Thank you. Mr. Ellis, in fact, the Oversight Committee found that if you hadn't increased the price of Revlimid, you wouldn't have gotten your bonus. Mr. Ellis, do you know how much you personally received in bonuses over 2 years, the last 2 years, just because Celgene raised the price of this one drug, Revlimid?
I receive very generous compensation, but I don't know the exact number that you're referring to.
In fact, you personally received $500,000 personally just by tripling the price of Revlimid. So to recap here, the drug didn't get any better. The cancer patients didn't get any better. You just got better at making money. You just refined your skills at price gouging. And to be clear, the taxpayers spent $3.3 billion on Revlimid.
I love this point that she is bringing up because we have seen members of the squad, and in fact, yesterday, members of the squad, AOC, Tlaib, Presley, all went after CEOs as well, and they've done it in the past. They've talked about, the R&D costs, but what Representative Porter did here was slightly different, and another good point to bring up to kind of, round out the bigger picture, and that is the pay. The pay that these CEOs are taking in, because it's not just the profits of the company itself. It's not just the constant markups of drugs that the R&D was paid off for 20 years ago. Because, by the way, it takes fewer than 2 years for a drug company to recoup the entire cost of research and development for a drug. After that, it's all profits and marketing. And let's not forget, they didn't even pay for most of the R&D, so technically that's all profit they get back too, because that's the government paid for it. They just get to keep it, and they count it as we were recouping the cost. But the CEOs, these are the people that call the shots. These are the people that have control over all of this. They could change it. They could stop it. They're choosing not to because it puts more money in their pockets. And as long as that system is in place, it is going to continue to be this way. We either have to put price controls on the cost of drugs, or we have to put pay limits on what a CEO can make, on what their yearly salary can be, what their bonuses can be, all of that. And it is a bit ridiculous, too, that their bonuses, as she pointed out, it's not tied to the fact that, did the drug do better? Did it cure more people? Did it work faster? Did it have fewer side effects? No. You jacked up the price on it because you wanted to put more money in your pocket. That is exactly what happened, not just with that pharmaceutical company and not just with that CEO, but across the board in America.